Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Good evening from my end, 17 minutes past 8 p.m. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Africa Today Show. To everyone live with us on the radio, on the YouTube, everyone with us on Rumble, BitChute. Hope you guys are doing great. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby to the first time listeners, and this is the Africa Today Show. Karibu sana Keith.
Asante sana, Joby. I'm eating rabbit food. I'm eating my salad.
Wow, that's
No,
not rabbit food.
no Popeyes for me. 'Cause I
I like
didn't,
salad.
I didn't get any donations, and so no Popeyes for me. So I gotta eat this rabbit food.
You
You
guys
know,
better get the
you
donation
you
part.
know, good bastards.
You guys better hit that donation. Go to the app in case you don't have our application. Download our application and go to the donation page and
Go to the
download.
donation page. Give me some money so I don't have to eat this salad, even though it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating salad. You guys got my stomach touching my backbone.
I like salad
Uh,
personally, with a little bit of mayo. I don't like dry salad.
no, not with no mayo. You white? Yeah.
Nah, and some maybe chicken, a little bit of pieces of chicken and all
I
that.
got,
But even
I got,
chicken, I'll eat
I got,
it.
I got turkey.
Like
I got
with lettuce, avocado, some
avocado
onion,
with good. Onion,
tomatoes. Yeah,
tomatoes.
I don't know
How
what
about
yours
that?
could.
I got, I got, I got turkey,
Oh,
onions, tomatoes.
turkey.
hmm
Oh,
Turkey, Joby, turkey meat, turkey. You guys got turkeys in Kenya, turkey.
I don't eat turkey though. I'm not a fan.
hmm
Mm.
hmm
I've eaten it once. It wasn't a
Joby,
turkey or a duck. I don't know. I think I
Joby.
ate a. I'm not sure if it was a duck or turkey.
Uh, you ain't know what it was. You ain't know what you ate.
I don't know. It was a duck or turkey. I
I'm
can't remember.
I'm I'm broke. Joby, broke people can't be choosers. I came up that guy tried to give when I was in Memphis that day. Tried to give some KFC. He said, "What is it?" Says KFC. Yeah, I don't
You
want it. Why you don't want it? Why you don't want it?
see, beggars don't choose. Beggars don't
That's
choose.
right. That's right. I don't get to choose. That's right. So I'm eating turkey, Joby. Okay.
Excuse me. But yeah, so here today shall be talking about, of course, the conversation. I don't know if we should be able to continue the conversation of yesterday about the tariffs, since you want us to talk about all these.
Nah, I already talked about them tariffs already.
But
I want
before
to talk
we get
about.
started,
I want to talk about the Carmelo Anthony case.
mhm,
I've been going through the last 2 hours.
mhm,
How how white people react and see they expect us to never to defend ourselves. And so you got his family trying to say, how's this boy been raised? Obviously raised well. He's been raised to protect himself. He's a 4.0 student, means he's straight A student. He's getting great grades. He's an athlete. And we know the aggression was on the white person. The guy that kid was just standing there. Then the white guy tried to shove me, say, hey, don't shove me. Don't put your hands on me. And of course, again, he continued to shove him, not listening. So the black guy took out a knife and stabbed him, defending himself. See, but when you did that with Kyle Rittenhouse, you guys had no problem with that. See, the problem with you white people, you don't see humanity in other people. You think you can do what you want to do to everyone else. See, when Kyle Rittenhouse shot those people to death, all you white people said that was in self-defense. So this is the same situation, but you don't see it that way because he's black. For you guys, it's never about humanity. It's always, I'm white. It's your whiteness. That's what you see. And so, so he effed around and found out that don't put your hands on me. The black kid was just standing there or sitting underneath the tarp while the white kid was trying to push him. It was raining, trying to push him in the rain. Talking about, you don't go to this school, get out in the rain. And the black kid, Carmelo said, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Because white people think they can do that. Because they've been given leeway for the last 500 years of inappropriate behavior. And so since this kid wasn't going to allow him to constantly be his space to be violated, because the white kid was the aggressor. See, that's what all the witnesses are saying. But where are the Candace Owens and the other bootlicking Negroes? I sent you a bunch of videos, Joby. I'll tell you when to play them. There's a bunch of bootlicking handkerchief head Negroes. You always want to say, when black people do something, it's supposed to be all black people, but this is how black people are. You want to put us as a cultural deficiency. Saying this is a problem with all, and then you got the father. I couldn't find a bit of the father, but he's crying, I'd like to know how he's raised. How he's raised? If your son wouldn't have put his filthy hands on the boy, he'd be alive. We want to talk about how he's raised. Obviously, he's raised well. White man. This kid had a perfect grade average. Never been in trouble with the law, ever. See, that's what hurts you white people. He got no criminal record. He's a straight A student. Always seen as respectful and decent. But now the family's getting all the racist comments of it. You're going to do harm to him. That they're supposedly Section 8. His family's not Section 8. This is how you let these black people come in white neighborhoods. They're all filthy. You're getting all the same racist tropes to his family. His family's scared to come outside because all the racist email the threats that they've been given. It's your nature, white people, who you are. See, when Kyle Rittenhouse unalived those people, you was a Kyle's in and said he's defending himself. He's defending himself. Did nobody try to hurt Kyle Rittenhouse, but you say he was defending himself when he shot those people to death. But here's an actual situation where a young man was being violated, his space being violated, being pushed on and shoved on, and then asked the individual, please stop. Don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. So are we asking the white family, how did they raise their white son? Not to listen, not to put his hands on people he don't know? But you want to ask the Anthony family how they raised their son. They raised them right. You don't touch people you don't know, and you don't put your hands on people you don't know. You don't do that. But see, in white minds, white say, you think you touch your hands on black people and touch them and push them? And he asked the other teenager, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. You want to talk about how did he get raised? How did your son get raised, sir? Why is he putting his hand on a kid? And then you got the mother talking about, my son was always the first to jump in and do things when things need to be done. Oh, what? But push the kid out into the rain? But he said, just leave him alone. All we doing was getting himself out the rain. So your son interjected into a situation that was none of his business. The kid would just get out the rain, mind his own business. But he wanted to shove on the child, push on him. They're both 17. So you can't put the criminal trope. See, you white people, especially you black boot-licking handkerchief heads, I see you boot-licking Negroes, you disgust me. You disgust me. Your day is coming, you bootlicks. You want to go against this child, 17-year-old boy, mind his own business, And he's not the aggressor. The white boy is the aggressor. White boy's putting his hands on him. White boy's shoving him. That's what all witness accounts say. I'm going to go by what the witnesses said. That Carmelo was just sitting there, getting out the rain, mind his own business, wasn't bothering anyone, until the white gentleman, Justin, told him to get up and leave. And he just said, I'm not going anywhere. It's rain out. I'm going to stay here. And so Justin, the white guy with white people, you always seem to do, wanted to get up and provoke the black kid and start pushing on him and touching him. And he asked him, hey, don't touch me. Don't push me. If you keep pushing me, you're going to find out. He told him that. If you keep putting your hands on me, you're going to find out. Don't touch me. He told him, you keep touching me, you're going to find out. And so he kept pushing him, kept touching him, and he found out. So sadly, we don't wish, as African people, we don't wish death on anybody because we are the most humane people on the planet, unlike you people. We're the most humane. So the tragedy is that, unfortunately, Carmelo was carrying a knife inside of his book bag, and he stabbed the gentleman to get him off him, get him to stop touching him. And unfortunately, young Justin died. So we don't have any vitriolic happiness for the death of anybody. As African people, we are humane, unlike you. I see all the tropes you did, all you white people have done. It's been disgusting. You people are disgusting. You tried to tell me this child needs the death penalty for defending himself. See, only white people are supposed to be able to defend themselves. Why didn't Kyle Rittenhouse get the death penalty for shooting those people? They were you want to keep he was defending himself, so he could kill two people. That's fine with you, because he had the protection, because he had the complexion for the protection. And we know Carmelo doesn't have the complexion for the protection. He's black. He's black, so he doesn't get the same benefit of the doubt. He doesn't get the same circumstances. He's not given the same reaction. You want to talk about giving a death penalty? He didn't touch anybody. He was sitting there minding his business. He didn't provoke anybody. The white kid, Justin, put his hands on the black kid. So if you put your hands on me in self-defense, I have the right to defend myself. But of course, you people don't never believe black people have the right to defend ourselves. Only you do. And your twisted minds, only you do. So he didn't have the right to defend himself when he was being accosted by this Justin character. Now I want to ask their mother and their father, how did you raise this child in your home that he just goes up to complete strangers and feels he can start accosting them unprovoked? How'd you raise him? Who raised him? They can just go bother people, start putting his hands on people he do not know. Who raised him to do that? Who raised this Justin character? Since you're crying on the media and you have so much pain, who raised him to put his hands on people he didn't know that were not a threat to him? Why did he feel he had the right to go put his hands on someone else who told him, stop touching me? Stop putting your hands on me. You didn't raise this son of yours not to provoke situations, not to start trouble with people who were doing nothing to him. That says something about your raising of children, not the Anthony family. He was defending himself. He told you, don't touch me. But your son provoked this. Your son kept pushing him, kept touching him. And you want to talk about how they raised their son. See, this is what we call white privilege in America. The psychopathic white privilege. That reality is supposed to be suspended for your psychopathic racism. You can never see a situation for what it is because you people always throw color in it. You people play the victim. You always put color in everything. Then you tell everybody, don't put color while you playing the race card. You people play the race card. We live the race card. You play it, we live it. Okay? You play the race card, we live it. We live the race card because we live in a system of oppression and racism that you created. See, we don't play the race card, you do. That's what you're doing now with this whole incident. You want to play the race card and be sad. Well, your son provoked this whole incident. These are just the facts. Your son provoked this incident. And you want to call this playing the race? No, we live the race card that you created. And I'm sad for the young man's death because he needs to learn not to put his hands on people. He would have grew up, hopefully learned that later on if he would have lived long enough. But that's what you taught him in your house. That's what you taught him in your household. You didn't tell him to mind his business and don't put his hand on people who had who were no threat to him. Why was he putting his hands on this young boy? Had nothing to do with him. Was not a threat to him at all. Who was just trying to get out of bad weather. But he wanted to provoke him to go in the bad weather and get rained on. And then you white people always want to throw your Christian nonsense. You're a Christian. If your son was a Christian, he would have said, hey, it's wet out there. Come sit beside me because you're a brotherly Christian. You always I heard that the family throw their fake Christian. Keep your fake Christianity. Keep that. Means absolutely nothing. You keep your fake Christianity nonsense. Oh, we raised him. He's a Christian. If he's a Christian, he would have felt obliged to the black young man and say, hey, come closer here so you won't get wet upon. Is your book bag okay? You would have did Christianly brotherly love. But see, you right-wingers who claim to be Christian, it's all fake. It's all phony because it's race for you first every time. It's race. And sorry, your fake Jesus wasn't even white. Sorry. Apologize. You know, he's running around Africa. But now you got a white man as your God, supposedly, but he's really black. And if you knew him, you people would actually put the real Jesus in jail. You put not the fake white, fake portrait that you made up. That's made up. You know that, and I know it. You know it's made up. You're well versed now. Know that picture is made up. You know that. You know that him running around. This Jesus character is running around Northeast Africa, so he's black, hair, feet of bronze, hair of wool. So you guys would be completely racist to your God. Ain't that funny? But you always claim the Christian. If you raise your son as a Christian, his behavior would reflect Christianity, but it didn't. His behavior didn't reflect any Christianity, didn't reflect any Christian values. It did not. So you keep giving me your empty, I'm a Christian nonsense. It's empty rhetoric that you white people love to use. It's rhetoric. It's fake. It's phony because your behavior is never Christian. And now you're calling for the death penalty of this young man who was defending himself. If it was Christianity, you would realize your son was in the wrong. You raised your son wrong. You raised your son wrong to put his hand on people he does not know. But if he's a Christian, Jesus would have gave the boy his hand and said, come here, son, come out of the rain and come sit next to me. That's the Christian thing. Your behavior is never Christian. Isn't that funny? Then you scream. I mean, he's a death penalty, and how did he get raised? Well, first of all, Carmelo didn't provoke the incident. Carmelo was just getting out of the rain. Secondly, Carmelo told the white gentleman, Justin, stop putting your hands on me. Don't. And Justin continued to do it because that was the Christian thing to do. The Christian thing to do was to keep putting his hands on Carmelo. Because you keep talking about you're a Christian. If you keep telling, that what the white family keeps saying they were Christian. So Carmelo's asking him, stop putting your hands on me. And your Christian son kept trying to push him That's the Christian thing to do. I don't know what kind of Christianity that is, but that's what you keep saying. He's a Christian, Christian. I tell black people, don't ever listen to white people talking that Christian nonsense to you. Their behavior has never been any Christian. They don't believe in none of that. That's political. They don't follow none of those teachings. They don't believe it. They use it. So now they're getting sympathy. Oh, my son was a Christian. He did Christian. But his behavior wasn't Christian. Y'all do me a favor. Go to the videos I sent you and look what I said the first. I said, Joby, play this video first.
Okay.
I said, play. So this is going to be the breakdown of what happened. This is from the police report and the eyewitnesses that seen what happened. So obviously, Justin wasn't acting Christian. And you bootlick, handkerchief head Negroes siding with your oppressor. Wow. Wow, it's crazy. It's going to, yeah. Take your time. It's going to say, Joby, play this one first.
Yeah, I got it.
My audience ain't Christian either. Got me eating this turkey salad. They ain't gave me no donations.
Oh my goodness.
Turkey salad, Negroes. I hope you're happy.
Oh my goodness. Let me play this. So this is it. I think this is it.
That's it.
This 17-year-old student, whose name is Austin Metcalf, lost his life after being fatally stabbed at a track meet by this. I'm not a lawyer, but y'all heard about the situation that happened at a Texas track meet last week? The overview is that after some sort of altercation, this 17-year-old student, whose name is Austin Metcalf, lost his life after being fatally stabbed at a track meet by this 17-year-old high school student, whose name is Carmelo Anthony. Now, there are a lot of reports about what happened, but I just read through the arrest affidavit. So let's go through some of the police officers' reports to walk through what they say happened. So it was Wednesday, April 2nd, and a call went out over dispatch about an incident at the school stadium. One of the school's resource officers, Officer Cortez, goes to the area, and when he gets there, a man points out Carmelo Anthony as the suspect. Officer Cortez walks over to where Carmelo Anthony was, but there's a chain link fence between the two of them. Officer Cortez tells Carmelo to put his hands in the air, and at this point, according to the report, without being asked any questions, Carmelo says, quote, "I was protecting myself." Carmelo and the officer then walk along the fence until they get to an opening, and when they do, the report says that Carmelo says, quote, "He put his hands on me." The officer then pats down Carmelo looking for any weapons, and after not finding any, Officer Cortez says over his radio that he has the alleged suspect. And at this point, according to the report, Carmelo says, quote, "I'm not alleged, I did it." Carmelo, no more talking. Okay. Around this time, another officer arrives to the scene, and she and Officer Cortez walk Carmelo to the squad car. The report says that Carmelo is really emotional, and he says, quote, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to." Carmelo is then put into the car, and officers notice some blood on his hand, so they take some pictures. And while he's waiting in the back seat, Carmelo says, quote, "Is he going to be okay?" Carmelo is then transported to the jail. He's changed into jail clothing, and his clothes are put into an evidence bag for the investigation. Now, the next report is from Officer Allison Ricci. She's the one who arrived on the scene when Officer Cortez was with Carmelo. Officer Ricci's report is pretty similar to Officer Cortez, but one addition is that she says while she and Cortez were walking Carmelo to that squad car, he asked if what happened could be considered self-defense. The next reports from officers kind of detail the scene being secured, crime scene tape going up, and officers beginning to search for the weapon that was used. One of the witnesses on the scene directs an officer to where they say the weapon had been tossed, and when the officer finds it, it had started to rain pretty heavily, so they put up a tarp to protect the knife from the rain, but also being able to leave it in place. Okay, next, officers begin detailing what witnesses say led up to the stabbing. One witness told an officer that he was sitting under the Memorial High School pop-up tent with his teammates. Austin, who again is the victim, and Carmelo, who is the suspect, were also both under that tent. Austin tells Carmelo that he needs to move out from under the tent, and in response, this witness says Carmelo grabbed his bag, reached inside, and said, "Touch me and see what happens." Austin Metcalf then proceeds to touch Carmelo, and then Carmelo said, "Punch me and see what happens." This witness says a short time later, Austin Metcalf grabs Carmelo to tell him to move, and that's when Carmelo reaches into his bag, pulls out a weapon, strikes Austin with it, and then Carmelo runs away. And another witness told an officer a very similar story. He says that Carmelo was standing under that tent, and Austin told Carmelo that he needed to leave the tent because he doesn't go to that school. Carmelo and Austin then have some back and forth, and then Austin stands up, pushes Carmelo to get him from under the tent, and that's when Carmelo reaches in his bag and gets the weapon. So that's what we know so far. Carmelo has been arrested. He is incarcerated and charged with the death of Austin Metcalf. Both Carmelo and Austin's family have made GoFundMes and made some statements. Austin's family says he was a bright young man with a great future ahead of him, a leader of men, and that his smile would light up the room. Carmelo's attorney, on the other hand, says that Carmelo says that this was self-defense and more facts need to be developed to figure out what happened that day. Carmelo's attorney says
he was a leader of men, but he decided to put his hands on somebody unprovoked. This leader of men. See, this all this nonsense. He's a leader of men, but he don't know not to put his hands on people unprovoked. Because he's a leader of men. Nonsense. Trying to glorify the white boy. Not gonna work. He put his hands on since he's a leader of men, he would have known you don't provoke other people unwarranted, who have done nothing to you. This leader of men nonsense. Obviously not. I was at 17, you're not a leader of men. He's a child. He's a child doesn't know how to keep his hands to himself. That's what we're finding out through the witness. These are the witnesses saying this, not me. The witnesses are letting us know he didn't know how to keep his hands to himself. So he's not a leader of men. All this nonsense that's being told through the white media. He's a leader of men and a Christian. Okay, now he's not a leader of men. He's a child. Okay, let's understand that first. And also, what he did was not very Christian-like. He's a little man, he's Christian, so it's all the flowery things. So that's why I say we're going to go back and research Justin's past. Because they're going to do that, because you've always started doing that with Carmelo. You found out, oh, he's a straight-A student, so we can't call him a thug. You know you wanted to put him in the thug category. You have a knife. What's he doing with a knife? Obviously for protection. Can't put him in thug. You know you want to make him out to be a thug. That's what you do. What your fake propaganda media does. But he's a straight-A student and never been in trouble with the law. At 17, no trouble, no nothing. So his background is squeaky clean. So that's going to, mess up the characterization you want to make. You want to give him a criminal character. You want to characterize him as this a thug criminal. But his background doesn't show that. So it's going to be hard for you to make him out to be the educated thug. He has a straight-A average. That means he's good in school. So the narrative, the fake narratives you're going to make up is not going to hold because that's not him. And that's what you right-wingers have been doing. I've just seen the last 3 hours, been looking at you right-wingers trying to craft all kind of nonsense. Because for you, it's race first. You're racist. So any of you morons will ever get caught up with the Republican Party. They're racist. That's their MO. We know the Democratic Party is no good. That's why the Democrats keep trying to use the Republicans to be scared of the race. The Republicans are unabashed racist. Unabashed with their racism. They're unabashed. Their racism is in your face. Their racism is unabashed. And they're putting it out there for everyone to see. So don't ever make any mistake as if we got some camaraderie with any Republicans. We know the Democratic Party is garbage too. I told you we're independent. But they're putting their full white supremacy on display over this case. This case is cut and dry. What about, I always throw Kyle Rittenhouse in their face. Ain't this Kyle Rittenhouse defending himself? Oh, you racist bastards don't see that. This is Kyle Rittenhouse 2.0. Oh, but understanding that Carmelo doesn't have the complexion for the protection. Because he didn't start this altercation. This altercation wasn't started by him. It was started by your great white hope that you're trying to make into a saint now. Oh, he was a Christian and a leader of men. At 17, he's a leader of men. See, now you're trying to lionize him. That's what the white media is trying to lionize him. He was a leader of men and a Christian. His behavior was unchristian. He was a Christian. And he loved the Lord so much as you claim. He loved the Lord. It's about the Lord and loving the Lord. Then why didn't he show the same kind of love to Carmelo? Because he was a Christian. Why did he say, hey, brother, get out the rain? Of course, we got plenty of room under this tarp so you don't get wet. Wouldn't that have been a Christian thing to do? See, I tell black people, don't listen to you white people talking this Christian nonsense. You believe in none of it. It's garbage. But you use it after, oh, he's a leader man and a Christian. His behavior was non-Christian. He provoked this. As all the witnesses said, he provoked this. You're Justin. He provoked this. And what do you see now? The whole family, the whole Anthony family is now getting death threats. That's the MO from you people. He's getting death threats. Right? Death threats. But when Kyle Rittenhouse killed those innocent people, you guys did a whole tour for him. Kyle Rittenhouse was showing up on everybody's podcast, giving high fives. He was defending himself. He was defending himself, running down the street with an automatic weapon. This young boy was just sitting under the tarp, minding his own business. Sitting under the tarp, getting out of the rain. And any Christian, if you're a Christian, you're a Christian. You're a Christian, especially this fake what's this goopy broad's name? What's the goopy black broad's name? I'm having a brain fart. What's her name? You guys, what's the girl's name that does the podcast, Joby? What's her name?
Rich Gown?
Candace Owens.
Oh.
Where's Candace Owens at? Where is she at? Where is the great Candace? Has she talked about this at all? I don't think so. She never does. When it's black people in the right, she never does that. Because they try to throw, in one black incident, they try to throw the whole black community under the bus. Try to frame it, this is a black issue. This is black culture. Actually, black culture has been not defending ourselves from you treacherous bastards. That's been the problem. Black people being cowards and allowing them to get pushed. And Carmelo said, I'm not going to be pushed. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not. So obviously that's what he was taught in his home, how to defend himself. And I commend that. What was Justin taught? Since he was a Christian, as you keep telling me, he's a leader man, a Christian. He did not know to bully anyone and to be brotherly. When it was a young man not bothering anybody, just getting out of the rain. Was no threat to anyone, wasn't talking to anybody, was quiet, as all the witnesses said. And it was Justin who was aggressive towards him. He said, hey, dude, don't bother me. And don't put your hands on me. And Justin proceeded to continue to bother the young man and put his hands on him. And the proper response is always to defend yourself. I don't know you. I just told you, don't touch me. Don't put your hands. That's why I taught my own kids. Anybody put their hands on you, do what you got to do to get their hands off of them. No one has the right to touch you and put their hands on you. That's taught in every home, hopefully. Hopefully you taught your children to defend themselves, not to be allow someone just to terrorize them. That's what he did. He was this is called terrorism. But see, you want to paint Carmelo as a thug, and you can't. I see all you white ringers trying. This is black culture thugism. He's a straight A student. He's never been in any trouble. Hasn't any thugging in him. So you can't put the black thug trope out there. It doesn't work. You want to do it so bad. I'm looking at all these narratives you're putting out there. You want to do it so bad. You want to make a fake trope of him being a thug and this thug life and this bad rap. He's supposed to be one of these goopy rap morons. with the bad behavior. He's supposed to be some Little Wayne nonsense, which he's not. The young thugs, and you can't. That narrative don't fit him. That's what's troubling. But you don't care. You'll pay any narrative because you're white, and I say so. You're white. Your narrative don't even fit what he is, but you don't care. You're just making up a fake narrative right now. That's what you're doing. You don't care. Evidence be damned. You're going to make this fake narrative up because you're white. The facts be damned. The facts say he was the one provoked. That's what the facts say. And every person, every animal in existence has the right to self-defense. Every living entity has the right to defend themselves. That's the law of nature. But the 500 years since you bastards have come out of Europe, you believe that black people don't have the right to defend themselves. And sad enough, black people have been cowards and have allowed it. Excuse me.
You're lovely.
Thank you. No, I'll never get sick. I had my turkey salad went down wrong. These dirty bastards. Yeah, right. They didn't decide to give you no donation. I'm here eating a turkey salad. I'm provoked. Eating a turkey salad. Damn it. Anyway, so this is what this is showing about being, and you got the usual handkerchief head suspect, the black bootlicks, your Officer Tatum's and all these bootlicks, trying to justify the white boy putting his hands on the black child, on the black kid. He's a child of mine. Now, see, we know in your media try to make him a full-grown man. That's what the white media does. It doesn't matter if a kid is 17 or 12, and if he's a black child, a black boy, he's now a full-grown man. That's what your media does. To me, this is a child. You're trying to make him a full-grown man. That's what your media does. So this child was defending himself, just like your Kyle Rittenhouse, but he didn't have no automatic weapon. He only had a knife. You said it was great that Kyle had an automatic weapon that he wasn't qualified to hold. He had no it wasn't even registered to him, right? It wasn't legally registered when he took it across state lines. He took it from Illinois to Wisconsin, and every one of you white people defended him. Every last one of you. It was self-defense. He shot these people. Self-defense. He was all on the circuit, all on the white podcast. Carl, you're a hero. You defended yourself. You had to defend yourself. If Cal was black, you would have said he needed the death penalty, and how long can we lock his ass up until we kill him? If Cal was black and didn't have the complexion for the protection, didn't have the complexion for the protection, like I said, you would have started to count down. How many years can we give him until we put him in an electric chair or give him a lethal injection? That's what you would have said. But Cal was white. I think Cal was 17 or 16 too. He was white. And so he was made a hero. He was defending himself. But then you should see the same circumstance with Justin and Carmelo. But strangely enough, you never do, but you're Christian. You always want to give me this Christian nonsense, but you're a Christian. See, for you, everything's about race, and then you say, oh, stop trying to play the race card. When we live the race card, you play the race card, we live it. We live in your wicked system where we're not supposed to defend ourselves. And if we defend ourselves, we're supposed to get locked up and given the death penalty, which all you white people are calling now for this baby's sentence. This child, this baby, this 17-year-old baby. You're now calling for the death penalty for him defending himself. How dare him? How dare he be black? And how dare he defend himself? That's what you're saying. Because black people are not to defend themselves. How dare this baby defend himself against anybody white? How dare he do it? Because we know since the 500 years since you savages got out of Europe, you've been able to kill black people with impunity. There's been no justice ever given to you people. That's called white privilege. So you know this is white privilege. See what you're about to do right now with Anthony, you're trying to get white privilege. Justin is guilty. His family raised him wrong. They gave him fake Christian values. Justin's family raised him wrong. And now you're trying to set up the narrative and get white privilege, as you always do. You want to get white privilege and say Justin is wrong in defending himself. Because you're supposed to be able to kill black people with impunity. That's called white privilege. You think Justin didn't know he had privilege to push on Carmelo? He knows that. He's raised by his family taught him that. You think Justin didn't know he had white privilege? White people know. You know you got white privilege. You know that. You play like you don't. You play crazy. What is white privilege? What is it? The impunity to kill black people. That's what it is. That's what it is. And if we tell you about it, we're supposedly playing the race card. No, we don't play the race card. We don't play it. We live it. We live the race card. You play it. We live it. And so sadly enough, at that time, Carmelo was living it. He was living the race card. And Justin was playing the race card because he knew he had white privilege and he could push this young man, and most likely nothing was going to happen to him unless Carmelo did something to him. But most likely the police were not going to do nothing to Justin's bad behavior, his aggressive behavior, his accosting behavior, his predatory behavior. You think Justin didn't know he's going to do that? He wasn't going to get away with it. He knew that because he was playing the race card. Carmelo was just living the race card. He was living it. Okay? He told Justin to stop, and Justin didn't stop. Justin was playing the race card because he knew he wouldn't get in trouble. He knew nothing was going to happen to him because Carmelo was black. And for 500 years, white people have believed you can do anything to black people and nothing happened to you. You play like you don't know this, but you know it. And the whole world knows it. But we got to play this game. So you play the right race card, we live it. And at that time, sadly enough, Carmelo was living the race card. And so he decided not to play, not to live in it. He decided to defend himself as all God's, you say you're Christian, right? All God's creatures are made with self-defensive mechanism. Every animal has self-defense mechanisms. They're created with self-defense mechanisms. All animals have that. All animals have a level of self-defense. But sadly, in 500 years, you've accosted African people globally. And you believe you can continue to do it. That's what you taught Justin. You taught Justin in your home that this was allowed, or he wouldn't have do it. He wouldn't have did it. These were your Christian values. Okay? These are your Christian values. Okay, Joe, I think that was done, isn't it?
That this situation was not self-defense. So those are the facts right now. Carmelo's attorney has asked that his bond be reduced. So we'll see what new evidence and information comes out. But overall, this is a really sad story. Have y'all been keeping up with this one? Word to the wise. Don't talk when you are with officers. Say nothing.
I'm convinced that the unhappiest.
All right. So
now, I want you to go to what bit did I sit? I want you to go to one think it's the one right under that one. I want you to play this because this is the bootlicks. I want you to play the next one right under this one, Joe. I think it's the You okay? Get you some water.
Mm-hmm.
Get some water in you, Joby.
Nice. My stomach is really painful because of coughing, so I'm feeling
I,
pain.
I know your whole chest jacked up.
Mm,
See, these are the bootlicks on the internet right now. These are your opposite takes. These are the bootlicks.
where the first one you shared,
That's gonna be
or the second one after this one?
it's the second to the last one.
Okay, got it.
I'm pretty sure it is. So you guys remember this movie growing up? How you got a bootlick handkerchief head um, individual? Because I'm a segue this into Marion Gaines too. You guys remember this movie growing up? Look how young Denzel Washington was. There you go, right there. That's it, Joe.
We don't need no more of that guitar picking sitting around the shack music
Uh,
today, CJ.
start from the beginning, Joey. Start from the beginning.
Okay.
We don't
There you
need
go.
no more of that
Here we go.
guitar
Okay.
picking sitting around the shack music today, CJ.
Now pause that. Pause that. Let me say. Remember now. Remember, you guys will see. Remember, Sarge was upset with the Southern Negroes. Remember, he's upset about Southern black people that they're all moronic. So he's a bootlick, right? He was always trying. So remember, Sarge is always trying to please white folks and get their approval. So this is what the bootlicks are doing right now with this case right now concerning Carmelo Anthony. The bootlicks are in full regalia, trying to lick as much white butt as they can, trying to justify them calling for the death penalty of this young man, of this baby defending himself. So remember, Sarge was the bootlick. And so he ain't all the Southern Negroes, right? The Southern Negro, as my grandmother did. Baby, you gonna marry these Southern folks? These people are backward, baby. So Sarge is, but go ahead, Jeffrey. Go ahead, play it. Go ahead, play it.
I want all you men out of those baseball uniforms and in the work
Bones.
clothes. You report to me at 1600 hours. We got a work detail. Paid in the lobby of the officers club.
Why can't those officers paint their own club? Oh, hell no, Smalls. Let the great colored cleanup company do it. Our motto is anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you.
Anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you. Anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you. Anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you.
That's enough. Let me tell all you fancy-ass ball-playing Negroes something. The reasons for any orders given by a superior officer is none of y'all's business. You obey them. This country is at war. And you niggas are soldiers. Nothing else. And something else. From now on, when I tell you to do something, I want it done. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now get out of those baseball uniforms. I could smell you suckers before I hit the door.
Hey, what kind of colored man are you?
I'm a soldier, Peterson. And the kind of colored
What
man
kind of
that don't
bootlicking
like
black man are you?
hitless Negroes.
Well, sir, you ain't got to come in here calling us names.
The Nazis called you Schwarzer. You gonna complain to Hitler they hurt your little feelings?
It don't look like to me we could do too much to them Nazi with paintbrushes, sir.
You trying to mock me, CJ?
No, sir, Sarge.
Good. Because whatever an ignorant, low-class Geechee like you has to say ain't worth paying attention to. Is it? Is it?
I reckon not, Sarge.
You a creep, Waters.
Sorry, just joking, P. He don't mean no harm.
No, he does. I mean, we're taking up from them white boys.
White boys.
Yes, you do. And if it wasn't for you southern niggas, white folks wouldn't think we was all fools.
Well, when you Southern Negroes, were you from England? Were you from England? Uh-oh. Were you from England?
Okay.
They got us a smart Alabama boy.
Alabama boy here. Yes, sir. Now don't you get smart, nigga.
Get your fucking hands off me.
Want to hit old Sarge?
Hit.
Don't do it, Pete.
Orders, boy. Come on.
All right. Please. That's it. That's it, Joby. Please. That's it. Get rid of it.
Okay, the next one.
You want to hit old, not right now, Joby. You want to hit old Sergeant Peters, Joby. You want to hit old Sergeant Waters, Joby? Do you? So what you see there is the bootlicks. And we've all seen that. I don't think it's none of us that haven't seen that movie at least once, right? I don't think it's nobody black in America who's not seen that movie. And that came out when I was, when we were all kids. We were young kids when that movie came out, right? I remember we snuck downtown LA in junior high to see it, right? So, can you hear me, Joby?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I thought my thing went out. Okay, so we know that movie's a classic in Black America. It's a classic, right? So that's what these bootlicks are doing right now. They're being Sergeant Waters, talking down on black. But Sergeant Waters, I don't know if I can call him a coon. He was kind of complicated. Remember, he was all mad about Negroes not living up to white people's expectations. So he's always, I guess he is a bootlicking coon. Let's call it spade a spade. And so remember, you see how young Denzel Washington was back then? Hey, an old man, Denzel old. So young, get your hands off of me. You see how young Denzel was back then? The one where all the ladies liked him back then. Get your hands off of me. So anyway, so that's sadly enough what you have now transpiring with all the bootlicks around this case right now concerning this young boy. Said you ain't got solidarity. We've been so fractionized. You ain't got solidarity around this young man in this case. It's a clear-cut case of self-defense, right? I heard Judge Joe Brown tell me he said. Judge Joe said he should have started just knuckled up and fight. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe he's been bullied. I don't know why he had the knife, right? It's a sad, it's still not a good thing because as black people, we don't wish death on nobody. Same way they do. We don't wish that because we are actually people with humanity. So I remember Joey played the last one I sent, saying how he was disgusted. Remember during World War, how some black, same way Joey showed in the show today when they called this is their trope everywhere. Tried to call black people monkeys, right? And Joby said that the girls were called that in South Africa. So you have Sergeant Waters. You guys remember they had this this black soldier in France in World War I, and they paid him to put a tail on and dance around like a monkey. And so Sergeant Waters and the other blacks were so offended, right? Remember they told me eat a banana and said we had tails and minutes, but the funny thing is that they actually have tails. We don't. I always wonder why they said that, and I realized, oh, they really got that stuff. You guys see I don't cuss them. I really got that stuff. It says S-H-I-T. Right? They really got that stuff. Hope I'm not too watered down, but you guys know I haven't been cussing. It's been Joby that's been doing the cussing, not me. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, I know it's hard to dial back. I'm always able to dial it back. I even said the N, and for you, Synovia, no N word either. But they supposed to get rid of me because I say the N word. I ain't said the N word in 3 weeks. So there you go. So in this scene, you're gonna see. Remember, they're gonna pay a black guy because he still wants to be accepted by white people. That's what these bootlicks do. And so in France during World War I, they're gonna play this black guy as talking about this southern ignorant Negro. They're gonna pay him to put a tail on and dance like a monkey and put him on a table. And he's gonna put a crown on his head and give him some bananas and call him king of the monkeys. You know what we did? He asked us when we slit his dang throat. Why were we slitting his throat? He said, why were you? The embarrassment. He's asked, he had the nerve to ask us why we slitting his throat. So Sergeant Waters is disgusted with the old Southern nigga, the old goofy. CJ's the old goofy Negro. He's the old guitar picking, can't read or write. He's ignorant. Like the ones you still find in America and in Africa. They did. Sergeant Waters would have been killing mostly everybody in Africa. You get on over here. Get rid of you. You messing us up as a race. But play the last one I sent you, Joey. And that movie was, do you know how much damage your ignorant that's what's coming up. That's his line right here. Big Cheese. That's it right here. That's gonna be the line right here, Big Cheese. Oh, go ahead, Joby. That's the line right here, Big Cheese.
Boy seems innocent, Boogie. Got everybody on the post thinking he's a strong black buck.
Strong black buck.
His strength, his speed, power in his swing. And this colored champion lets those same white boys call him Shine.
Come shine. Say white boys disrespect them, come shine and smile right in their face. Pose it, Joby. See this. Oh God, this guy again. Pause it. So that's what we're talking about. So he's mad about the inappropriate behavior of black people when white people disrespect and you smile in their face. They call him Shine and all kind of stuff in his face, and he just smiles. Let me go ahead, Joby.
These kind of boys seems innocent, Boogie. Got everybody on the post thinking he's a strong black buck. White boys envy his strength.
White boys envy his strength.
His speed. Power in his swing. And this colored champion lets those same
we
white
can't
boys
deal
call
too many
him
of these ignorant ass Negroes right here. He
just smiles.
Dream about the time when I was a little boy.
Our daddy said we gotta get rid of these kind of Negroes.
The night would get
Can barely read or write his own name.
Pause it. Yeah, just click it. Just click it. Yeah. He said can barely read and write his own name. He don't care. Don't care if he can't read. He said, and he's Joby. He's a chitlin eating cornbread. We gotta get rid of these chitlin eating cornbread bastards. And we talking about the pig feet eating the chitlins while I was listening.
No spigot.
But colored folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense.
Yes, it would.
You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do.
Damn, they go Big Cheese. No damage what ignorant Negro can do.
We're in France in the First War. We'd won decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier.
Ignorant Negro.
Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkeys.
Make monkey sound.
They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand. Crown on his head. Blanket on his shoulders and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Call it moonshine.
Shine.
King of the monkeys.
King of the monkeys.
And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Pause it, Joey. Pause it right there. And when we slit his throat, that fool had. I agree with you, Big T. He's not a full coon. He's complicated. He's a complicated coon because he's not completely against black. He's mad that you got a group of black people that are weak and shiftless and sorry, but he still wants to placate the white people. He still wants to be accepted by them, right? Still wants to be accepted by them. He's mad that we got a certain ignorant class, and they put a tail on his tied a tail on him. He made him run around half naked, gave him a bunch of bananas, and called him king of the monkeys. And when we slit his throat, he had the nerve to ask what he did wrong. God dang. When we slit his throat. So they tell you they murdered another soldier because of his behavior, his ignorance around white people and making him a clown, because that was the clown that was disrespecting the whole race of black people. So I agree with you, Big Cheese. He's not a full coon. He's complicated. It's a complicated coon here. Go ahead, Joe. We finish it up. He over there guitar picking and stuff. My daddy said, "Here we go. Just Joby, the chitlins."
Daddy told me we got to turn our backs on his kind, Wilkie.
Chitlin eating.
Close our ranks to the chitlins. College
to the chitlins.
Cornbread style.
Got to turn our back to the chitlin eatings like Joby.
No.
And I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war. Because of fools like CJ. You watch everything he does.
Watch everything so I can get him.
Everything.
Oh no! Okay. So he's talking about Joby in a chitlin. But Daddy said we gotta get rid of these type chitlin eating.
Let me go through the comments.
Go ahead, Joby. Yeah, go ahead.
To see what everyone is saying. Chat to everyone with us on the chat. Jibba Jabba, I see you. Jason says, I would have done the same and went to get something to eat. I would have had. I think you meant I would have done the same and went to get something to eat.
He's saying he would have slit. He said he would have slit that person's throat.
Yeah, well, the spirit world handles that creature. Jibba Jabba says there's a video, and if it was detrimental to him, it will be leaked. And then I also see Jason says I would have done the same thing. I think corrected. And then 10 speed Karibu Sana. Jib also says he would have gave the shirt off his back to keep Carmelo dry. And then I think the comments are repeating themselves. Jason says, my family didn't play with these creatures, especially back in Little Rock and Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I never had to pronounce that, but yeah, they says they took care of the business. And I also see...
I know they did.
Jiba says, most young men carry pocket knives. Maybe the knife was for the eating his lunch, apple or an orange. And also...
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The knife was not on his person. It was not on his person, but in his bag. So that destroys the premeditated.
Yeah, premeditated murder. Say premeditated means you thought about it, Joe, but you planned to do it. Okay. Well, we know he didn't because it was he didn't know he was gonna get an altercation with this other boy. He just said he was just trying to get out the ring.
So he gave him a warning twice.
Yeah,
then
twice.
He stabbed him once, then ran to safety. And then Jiba says, I hope Becky was not the catalyst. And then you also add Daniel Penny went to the Super Bowl with Trump.
Wow.
Big Cheese says Daniel Penny had to take off earphones, walk to the other side of the train, sneak up and unalive
and choke him to death. Yeah, choke the black man. And that wasn't even self-defense because and white people all cheered that. All said that was good. I forgot. I didn't bring up the Daniel Penny thing. I'm glad she's reminded me. He went to this black man on the subway, went up behind him. Suppose he was threatening him, but that man didn't touch anybody. He was just out of his mind. He was off his meds. He didn't touch anybody. So they choked him to death. And all white people, all of you, while saying, good job, he was protecting the people, protecting himself, protecting himself. How's he protecting himself? The black man didn't threaten Daniel Penny, didn't say nothing to him. But you guys said that was self-defense. And of course, he had the complexion for the protection, and he was let off. He was let off. And all you white people went crazy. Yeah, that's right. We get to kill black people with immunity. That's right. He was not threatening Daniel Penny on that subway. He said nothing to him. But Daniel Penny went up and choked the man to death. And of course, he's white. So you've been able to kill with impunity, and nothing happened to you. So now that this young boy defended himself, there's a problem. You talking about giving the death penalty and all kind of death threats. That's your white privilege. You've been allowed to kill black people. Okay? Kill black people for the last 500 years, and nothing happened to you. Nothing. And you expect it to continue. And I'm here to let you know, white supremacy is crumbling. You won't survive another 30, 40. It's over. 30, 40 years. You better learn some justice, or what's going to happen to you is going to be frightening, white people. This is a loving black African. You better get your mind right. Okay? If you don't, 30 years, your numbers, okay, your birth rate, it's in the toilet. And people are tired of your shite. Okay? Tired.
I saw that.
I know. Almost got me.
That's Ricky's though. So he says, plus his mom and dad live together. Caucasian family don't live together. As kids in South, I always carry a knife. Now I drive with 10 water guns. Shatwan Sankeno and Karibu. Nice to see you. He says, I would have dispatched both the twins, not sorry. He also says, I would not want to see them separated. And then also, Jiba says, Judge Joe said he should have knuckled up, and if he, let me read that again, should have knuckled up, and if he lost, take the L. Judge Joe is cooning on this one.
Judge Joe is always cooning. On this one. That's what he does.
And
I understand white people made Judge Joe rich. So understand. Go ahead, Joby.
Ricky says Officer Tatums raised $100 for the police officer that killed Marion and Keith, and he your homeboy.
Wow.
His wife is Caucasian.
Byron ain't my who's my homeboy? Who you talking about? Who?
He says Officer Tatum, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
He ain't my homeboy.
For the police that killed Marion and Keith, he your homeboy, plus his wife is Caucasian.
Whose wife is Caucasian? Who's Byron? Who's Byron we're talking about? I don't know who we talking about here.
Brianna. Oh, Brianna. He killed.
Oh, and he raised. Yeah, he's my Officer Tatum, my homeboy. That's your homeboy, Rick. You better get out of here.
She says Sergeant Potter's best line in the movie was, "Do you know how much damage ignorance?" Yeah,
that's when we just show. Yeah, Joey. No much damage an ignorant Negro can do, Joey. Do you know? Mm-hmm. If you don't know, you showed it. They can start stoning you when.
Yeah, if you claim Jesus is black, that is true. And then I also see, Nsankelan says, and that is Jiba Jaba says, today it's an ignorant Negro with a cell phone and a TikTok page. And then Nsankelan says, random question, has anyone heard nutritional yeast, or can you recommend a brand? I don't know about that. Maybe anyone on the chat can help you figure that out. And second one, shout out to Emil Karibu Sana. I don't know if we lost Keith. I also see Big Cheese says Waters was a Christopher Donna Mika Johnson type of dude. And then we also have Jiba Jabba says, now that is Jason, says, my mother made me get rid of all the guns my father left me. And that is when I was in high school. Wow. So, okay. All right. And also say Ansanke, that is Jiba Jabba, saying Ansanke, I'll have my vegetarian friend, and I'm only used to that. All right. I think we lost Kid there for a minute, but he should be back. He should be coming back. I don't know, since we're talking about the coons, there's one more video he wanted me to share, but I think I'm going to share this. Jiba Jabba, you had recommended for me to check Team Black, if I'm not wrong. Team Black TV, and I saw he was also speaking on that. So I don't know. Let me see if I can share this as we wait for Kid to pop back. See what he was talking about on the same case. Literally.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Copyright.
I've been in so many track meets, but never have I thought somebody would literally stab another kid over sitting in the tent. There's no justification for it, but this explanation, I got to hear. You just got heated. Maybe the boy was getting the best of you. You didn't want to take the L. I don't know. And you killed a kid. Oh, I'm trying not to cry on camera just because.
I want to thank this situation for coming to light. I want to thank those people who have come out and spoken out, who've spoken up on behalf of Carmelo Anthony. We don't know where this is going to go. We don't even know if there are going to be other details that come out to contradict things.
Who's this guy?
He got some funny tips. This is a video Jiba Jabba had recommended me earlier to check under the same case. Team Black.
Who is he?
His name is Team Black.
Okay, I never heard of him. Let's see. I don't even know who this is.
Yeah,
let's see if he's suspect or not. I never heard of this dude in my life. Like, who's this? Go ahead.
Let's see what he's talking about, if he's cooning or speaking facts.
Yeah, let me see.
Or what's possible, right? We don't know that. And I'm open to that happening. Because at the end, all I want is justice. That's it. But I'm seeing one side of this equation not be reasonable at all.
Okay, yeah, this YouTube. So I don't be on YouTube. All my videos are TikTok. Go ahead. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, man.
Who the hell this is?
You should raise your children that if someone asks them to leave them alone, they do.
Exactly.
If someone says, do not put your hands on me, they listen. That's kind of basic. For some reason, and I get it. Once again, guys, I get it, man. Dad is grieving. Mom is grieving. But how well was your child raised if your child don't hear so good?
That's what I asked.
When somebody says, keep your hands to yourself, you no comprende. To me, that signals we got a young man who has an arrogance with him. Not only does he think he's invincible, he doesn't think he has to listen to certain people. Now, I don't know if he doesn't listen to the cops or if he doesn't listen to authority figures.
Yeah, it's the black.
Damn sure looks like he listens to black or this black young man, Pierce, because he would have.
True.
He could have, and none of this happens. None of this happens.
Nope.
None of this happens. But once again, I am glad that this is coming out. It's unfortunate it has to come out in this way. But
they've been used because they've been used like I said, because they've been used to putting their hands on us and nothing being done. They've been used to doing it. And that's how this boy was raised. Why he did it. So that's the way they raised their children. And you effed around and you found out. And sadly enough, it's put you in a grave. And that's not, we're not happy about that. We wish everybody to have a long life. But there are boundaries. You don't get to put your hands on another human being who's done nothing to you. And you should have been raised that way to understand that. But most of you have been raised that you can always put your hands on black people, and you know nothing's going to happen to you because that's a society that's been built. And when you say you don't know what white privilege is, that's what white privilege is. Be able to kill and touch black people, and nothing happened to you. But unfortunately for you, for Justin, he found out, he effed around and found out that Carmelo has been raised to defend himself. And you effed around and found out. And you found out right into a coffin. Go ahead, Joby.
Black America is good for us to see because we got the horrible Democratic Party doing what it does. And we got a lot of black people that are waking up to it. But I need black people to look across and see those Republicans, see those conservative Republicans what they're saying about you right now.
Exactly.
Because they're saying about Carmelo Anthony, but they don't know him. All they see is blackness. That's all they see.
That's what I've seen too. That's exactly what they see.
Carmelo Anthony, his name was Cody. His name was Cody Davis.
If his name was if his name was Rittenhouse, if his name was Rittenhouse, I'm not. You don't got the right name. If his name was Rittenhouse, Kyle, not Cody. If his name was Kyle Rittenhouse, they would be loving Carmelo. They'd be licking all over. If his name was Kyle Rittenhouse, supposedly defending himself. But see, when you're black, you're not supposed to be able to defend yourself. That's the dirty secret. Go ahead, Joby.
Cody McConaughey. And he was blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and he had told this football player to not touch him and to get his hands off of him. It wouldn't be a whole lot of talk about how evil he is and how unraised, untrained he is and how he's a menace because he struck back at a bigger guy who wouldn't keep his damn hands to himself. It'd be a whole different story, wouldn't it? But instead, we have these phony, fake jackasses on the conservative side condemning black America. And I got sellout, bootlicking black people. But all this type of advice of what black people need to do better, they are cowards. They're afraid to say what white Americans need to do better, like raise their kids to keep their damn hands to themselves. You don't own everything in the country just because you're white. You don't own us. You don't own that young man. You're not the authority here. You're just another human being. There's things that can be said to them. But see, these cowardly conservatives won't say it. These black cowardly conservatives won't tell the other white conservatives the truth. But instead, they'll look at the black kid and have all this advice on what black America need to do.
Don't they do nothing?
Oh, you should hear them, guys. You should hear the nonstop advice that the Charleston White Brigade is giving.
No, not that moron.
They got so much to say. And so people should listen to him.
I didn't see Charleston White. Now, I propose that. Now, if you guys don't understand, Charleston White is an agent. That's why he's been given numbers to spout lunacy within the black. Let me see somebody come from nowhere on social media like a Charleston White. You know he's put there to stop lunacy. This Negro killed somebody back in the early 90s and he told on his own buddy, so it means he's a snitch and a phony. Whenever you see these people that always got criminal records, they come from nowhere. Next news they got numbers, they're now blowing up, and now they're giving a talk. Understand that's called a psyop. Okay? Charleston White is a psyop. This is a moron who's now been given a platform to speak utter nonsense and to cause division within the black community. That's why he's there. Why he's given a platform. Who is he? Where does he come? What credentials has he? Has nothing. All of a sudden, he's blowing up. He's everywhere on social media and everybody's podcast because that's COINTELPRO of the CIA and the FBI on all these fake podcasts and giving these black bootlicks credibility like a Charleston White. Who the heck would even listen to this idiot? Where could he even get a job at, this moron? But now he's getting all these numbers on. He's getting these numbers. Remember, the algorithm is controlled, guys. They control the algorithm. Understand that. The algorithms are not like egalitarian. Oh, because you come on here and you get a bunch of views. That's a lie. They control the algorithm, who gets seen and who doesn't. and they push the dysfunction that they want out there. Charleston White is black dysfunction. So they push his ass out there to continue black dysfunction, to listen to his take, which is completely idiotic nonsense, to disturb black politics. That's why they push Charles. Who knew anything about Charleston White? Who is that? Where did he come from? Now we know he's from the Dallas area, Fort Worth, whatever. What is his background? What has he ever done? Nothing. He was a juvenile. He was a juvenile. Excuse me, guys. That damn salad. Hold on. No, he was a juvenile reprobate. Tried to rob a store, then shot an innocent cop in the back. That's who he is. So you think when he got out of jail, he just all of a sudden he's blowing up on social media? Or you don't think he's a government plant? How stupid do we got to be? Charleston White. This moron. He's to cause dysfunction within the black community. They always put dysfunctional people and give them numbers if you list them. He's making some kind of sense. Just like on the other hand, you got the handkerchief here. That's enough of him. I don't know what this is. That's not no more of him. That's enough. Because we only got that much time. I got to go to Marion games before we get out of here. That's enough of this guy. I don't even know who the hell that is. So I never seen him in my life. So anyway, so just like another reprobate, a Marion Gaines, this other reprobate Negro that this Sudanese from this, was it Fresh and Fit and Fresh, whatever this goofy show called. Those numbers they'll give to him because it's called dysfunction in black society, and he's speaking against black people globally. That's why Marion Gaines is given a platform. And so now he's speaking against reparations. Reparations has nothing to do with him. But he supposedly was speaking for black people here. Your lineage is not here, Negro. You from Sudan. You Negroes wanted to be Aryans. That's why your country's messed up now. You didn't want to be African. Your people wanted to be Aryans. And we know that's a fact of your own history. See, these Africans, a lot of them bootlicks. They'd love to have been conquered by these damn other people. And Marion Gaines in Sudan, they're one of them. So him going up talking about, I don't think black people should remember. And see, you look at him, and other white people look at him not knowing that he's not a black American. He's Sudanese. Because sorry, guys, they think that we all the same people. Okay? So they'll use him to spout their talking points, and he's willing to spout their talking points. He said, oh, look at there's another black guy. They said, you don't deserve reparations. That's how white supremacy works. We said, hey, this dude's family wasn't enslaved here in America. This bootlick handkerchief head moron got over here in America 5 days ago. That's like me going to Kenya. I shouldn't speak on Kenyan politics because I haven't been there and part of the culture long enough to that'd be disrespectful, and I wouldn't do that. But see, that's how a lot of these handkerchief head Africans are. They come over here, and that's why they put it. That's why he was giving numbers, because he's speaking white supremacy talking points. And so now with Marion Gaines, you see him now what? Speaking against the hats, right? I want you guys to understand this. Now you see Marion Gaines supposed out there, and you guys have been fooled. Oh man, look at him talk about the cats. He's talking about the cats. His manager is a cat, guys. He's allowed to say certain things to give him credibility. He's funded and backed by the cats. Okay? Who's that, Joe? Was that him right there?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him.
Yeah.
So he's funded and backed. So his whole family is probably a family of boot. Is that his family? Oh, I can't.
Not really. Let me see.
He's not the singer, Joe, but say, the guy from Fresh and Fit.
Oh.
Yeah, not the singer.
The guy from Fresh
and Fit. Fresh and Fit.
Oh, okay. He's.
Yeah, this bootlicking coon, and too many of you black people get confused because now he's loud to talk. His numbers would have went down if he was real, like a Kanye was telling the truth. He's been allowed to talk about the hats because now it sings. This is kabuki theater. And everybody's noticing now, which I've been saying for years, who actually runs the planet, who runs this country. Now he's spelled now, they design this the cook. He's having all kind of fits about the hats, right? He's now having all diatribes. But you don't know behind the scenes he's bought and paid for by these people. What you see with him is kabuki theater again. It's performance. So he's paid by these folks. And suppose he's fighting them now because you allow him to see now he's now talking about them. He's just a crash dummy they putting out there. They give him credibility. Oh, look, he's real. He's talking about the hats. He's talking about them. He's talking about the cats. He's talking about them. And then he throws you under the bus with the reparations talk. No, Marion's real. He's talking about the cats. If he's talking about the cats and getting numbers, he's not real, morons. Those names you cannot say. So he's been allowed to do these diatribes now, which everybody's already starting to notice, right? About the cats, who really runs the planet. It's becoming known now. When I said it, people were like, what, hey, what? Like, yeah, moron, that's the real power. Not just white supremacy, more than that. What, hey, who, what, huh? So now he's been allowed to say, because I'm gonna have Joby put up his diatribe. Let's pull up what I say. Say Marion Gaines goes in on Zionism. On YouTube, it's probably gonna be on YouTube. Put it on YouTube. Marion Gaines goes in on Zionism. But you don't know his manager is a cat. Okay? This is kabuki theater. This Negro is a phony. He's a bootlick. He's dead. He's one of the bootlicks who would do anything for money and to be close to white people. Everybody's always in the conservative spaces. And they always, because remember, the white people tell them the truth. We don't want you here. You're black. You try to pretend like you're us. You're black. And we don't want you having sex with we don't want you effing our women. That's what they told his ass. We don't want you effing our women with your black ass. They still don't accept it. But black people being fooled by this moron.
Erase your videos like you erased. There was a video from yesterday you guys uploaded and then erased. Which one was that?
No,
yesterday. No, we only did one. We didn't even film yesterday. Yeah, bro. But yeah, we're not running from that. Like, yeah, we delete videos all the time because we're trying to be within the guidelines because our stuff is controversial.
These are two bootlicking Negroes here, two bootlicking Africans, and see what happened is they want to be they want white dollars. These are bootlicks. These are ones you would have to to get independent. These are the dangerous Negroes. You would have to to get any kind of damn revolution and get free. You would have to do what you had to do to these two These are two bootlicking. Extra crispy KFC bootlicking Negro. Handkerchief half African Negro.
No KFC. Don't put KFC in that statement.
Where you were dressed up in some anti-Semitic outfit. It was up 2 days ago and it was gone yesterday. It's private now.
What? It was never up on the YouTube channel ever.
That is not true. That is not true. You're lying. That is lying. I've had the timestamp. Where? Show us. Okay. I got it. I still got the timestamp. Yeah, give me a second.
I've got it all here.
Understand. This kabuki to this time getting credit. See, you had they tried to call it anti-Semitic, which it wasn't. You said some things about the hats, and it's not up on YouTube. So they're trying to give him credibility and act like they're going against him. Really, they're trying to give him credibility. Understand the play that's going on here. Say, oh, he's a rebel. He's going against the real power. But we seen you took it down. Blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, Joe.
You guys want to talk? Myron, is the timing of going and erasing your anti-Semitism have anything to do with the timing of this conversation?
It's
anti-Semitism. What are you talking about? Anti-Semitism.
Oh, are you denying being an anti-Semite?
No, I'm not an anti-Semite whatsoever.
Are you?
Do I hate myself?
I wonder.
Because I'm an Arab.
Wait, hold on. Why do you wonder that?
Because see, he's an Arab. I told you he's an Arab. He's not an African. I told you these Sudanese think he's Arab. Arabs don't think his ass is an Arab. Arabs don't think this black bastard is an Arab. They don't think that. And of course, the Africans are the true Semitics, not this white man. That's the scam they've been doing too. Marion is right about that. The white man is not a Semitic. He's Caucasian. He's from Europe. Not Semitic. That's the scam they've been using. Stealing people's identity and this Semites. But Marion is right about that because he would be classified as a Semitic. He's right. So how can I hate my Semitic? But he knows the white man stolen that, calling himself Semitic. You're not a Semitic. You're Caucasian. That's why you can't get a DNA test in Israel, because you're not Semitic. It takes you back to Caucasia. Okay? You're Caucasian. You're from Europe. You're not Semitic. You're not from Northeast Africa. That's not the Middle East. That's Northeast Africa. You're not from there originally. You've invaded, and that don't make you Semitic. So this bootlicking, handkerchief head bastard is correct. He is a Semite, and that's true. Go ahead, Joby.
Myself as well?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I didn't ask if you're Islamophobic. You guys want to talk about this? So here.
You said anti-Semitic.
You don't have to be a Muslim to be an Arab.
He's a Semitic.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Are you okay?
When you said Islamophobia, like what?
Exactly.
There are
You're not
Christian
making any
Arabs.
sense.
There's Jewish Arabs too.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you say you're not anti-Semitic. So here's the clip this is the one that he erased from the other day.
He can't be anti-Semitic because he is the true Semitic. You're not. You're not Semitic, sir. You're not. Marion's bootlicking butt is the true Semitic. He's right. You're not. You're the counterfeit. You're the lie. You're not Semitic, dude. You're European. Cosplaying a Semitic. You're cosplaying, white man. You're not Semitic. Marion is. Marion is Semitic. You're not. And you're questioning him about being a Semitic, and you're not. You're cosplaying him. He's not cosplaying. He's the true Semitic. Genetically, historically, rationally, geographically, he's the true Semitic. You're not. And this audacity between you Europeans is great. You take people's damn identity and you cosplay. What do you mean? You're not anti-Semitic? I'm Semitic. You're talking about hate myself. You're not Semitic, sir. You're not. Any blood test, any DNA test would tell you you're not. You're Ashkenazim. You're Eastern European. You're Khazarian. You are not a Semitic, sir. Sorry. You keep that lie going. You're not a Semitic. He is. So you're trying to call him he's anti-against himself? You're not a Semitic. You made it up. You've been running the world with these lies. It's starting to catch up to you. People starting to know what a real Semitic. You're not one. You converted to a religion, and that's your choice. Nothing wrong with you converting. You was in Khazaria, Europe, which is Ukraine, and you converted to Judaism. You decided to take that religion, and that's okay. But that don't make you a Semite. You're not. Go ahead, Joe. I think Joe went to the bathroom.
From YouTube. Here it is. And then you can tell me if this is anti-Semitic or not. You're sitting with Nick Fuentes, by the way, a known neo-Nazi. You agree with that, right? He's a neo-Nazi.
No, I wouldn't agree with you on that.
He's a groiper.
Wouldn't agree with you on that.
He has an alt account that he communicates with you with called Autumn Groiper or something. Like he literally is a self-described groiper.
Kids loved Hitler.
Kids love Hitler.
What does that have to do with, like, what's your point here? You're taking one.
They keep trying to use Hitler. The Ashkenazis created Hitler and said we've been living this lie. That's why they keep using it about Hitler. They created Hitler. They put Hitler in power. The bankers are the Ashkenazis that run the banks. The bankers put Hitler in power. See, so they keep doing this. And this fake Semite knows that. They keep using this fake Hitler talk. His people put Hitler in power. These are facts. His bankers, the Rothschilds, put Hitler in power. We're Ashkenazi Jews, Ashkenazim, not Semites. And dude, once again, you're not a Semite. Go ahead, Joe.
Fantastic at taking sound bites and trying to run with the narrative. You're fantastic at doing that. We've bumped you a bunch of times trying to do that. What's your problem with Nick?
Right. Okay. He's a great, upstanding guy. There's nothing anti-Semitic about him. Let's watch this clip.
He's gone. I already told the ADL. He's fucking gone. These anti-Semites are gone.
What the? Myron got the call?
6 million died. You fucking piece of shit.
So at this point,
So
what is your dressed up as?
So I want you to see all this debaucherous culture has now been put in black society. You got black people. This all debaucherous put there by that white man's people calling themselves what? Semitics. They fund his butt. They put out this debaucherous culture right here and try to bastardize our culture to try to, to dirty us up with this filth right here. This nonsense is absolute filth. And that's why it's put out there by the white guys talking about, oh, you're anti-Semitic. And he knows damn well his people are the ones funding Marion games. They're the ones put the numbers up to push this filthy show right here. This filthy, degenerate garbage. That's why it's there. That's why the numbers are big. Because they want it out there, because what this does is bastardize your community. What this does is dirty your culture up, make it filthy. That's why the numbers are big on this nonsense here. This debaucherous. They want to make your culture debaucherous, but by two foreign Negroes, because they want to do anything, because they come from failed culture, Sudan. They'll do anything for money. Anything white people tell them to do. He's calling himself an Arab. That's how Sudan broke apart, because these Negroes were told they were now Arabs, and they fought other black people. I didn't know Joe was going to get this. I ain't never seen this video. And I told you these Negroes think they're Arabs. That's why their country's messed up. That's me not doing any cursing. That's who his whole mind is already messed. So he already come over here with a messed up mind. He want to speak for black people. You said you're an Arab. So why are you speaking on black Americans? We don't think we're Arabs. We know we're not Arabs. We know we're Africans. So why are you speaking on our reparations? Talk about Arab stuff. We don't talk about the Arabs. That's not our community. See the confusion with this fake phony. And he's sponsored by those folks. Go ahead, Joe.
And what does 6 million died refer to?
I can't see what you're showing.
Oh, really?
I can't see it.
It's you dressed in a long black beard and a black top hat and a suit. And you're talking, yeah. So what is it you're dressed up as here?
You know what? I'm really glad that you brought that up, Ethan. You know what I have here? Viking hat, Mexican hat.
Are you comparing wearing a?
This is all false. This is all false discourse.
Bro,
if they were coming after them, they would have cut all these shows off because they own it all. See, this is false discourse. Trying to make sure, let's say that the Jays are coming after him. If they were coming after him, they own Rumble, they own YouTube, he'd be gone. See, when you're really about that life, you're out of here. He's not. This is giving them false credibility as if they're fighting him when they're really not. They're really propping him up. This is what you see here. This is a con. This is a scam. This is the Jays saying, oh, what are you anti-Semitic? Anybody says, yeah, he's really talking to him. He's going against him. If he's going against him for real, he'd be Kanye. All his money would be gone. His bank accounts would be seized. Remember, they own all the banks. And he'd be wiped off the internet permanently. He'd be disappeared. No one would see this. Oh, my God, here comes this Arab. He wants to talk on Negro affairs, but he's an Arab. And why are you speaking for black? Shut your filthy mouth. You're an Arab. You don't speak on black people, moron. You don't say whether we need reparations or not. First of all, that's not your people. You're an Arab. We don't got nothing to do with no Arabs. That's not our people. That's your people. So why are you speaking on black? Why are you parachuting yourself in black spaces? You always over there with the white people. Then you want to speak on black issues. That's the con they get. They want to give them black credibility by putting this debaucherous ass show and saying this is black culture, this debaucherous ass, woman hating crap here. That's why the numbers are so big. They control the algorithms because they own it, guys. Don't ever get confused because you see numbers of bootlicks. His numbers are big because they want that dysfunction out there. They want his influence, his dysfunctional influence, out to the masses. Like I had Sparkler, this nigga didn't even know this is an Arab. I follow me. He's talking about black people, black issue. That's an Arab. Jesus Christ. Are we all stupid? You don't know he considers himself an Arab? How dumb we are. See, so he don't consider himself an African. He says he's an Arab. Right? I know he did that, but I know that his people in Sudan do. They don't say they're Africans. They say they're Arabs. That's why the country broke up, because the Southern said they were still African. So you had that internal hatred. That's how you got South Sudan from Sudan. If you didn't know that history. That the white Arabs mess their minds up so bad that they hate everybody around them. That's why the country's going to get divided again, because they're stupid as hell. And so I'm glad Joey picked the right one. God always sends me the right video. Joey picked the right one. I'm the Arab. I'm Arab. And why are you speaking on black American stuff? What does Arabs have to do with black Arabs are black Americans' enemies, and we know that. Then when you go in every space, the black American tell you the Arab is our damn enemy. So why are you speaking on our situation? And you know you go in every black space, they tell you the Arab is our goddamn enemy. I had to cuss through that. Damn, should be a cuss word anyway. You know that, because you've been living here. I had to do that one. I almost caught myself. I had. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. It's almost time to get out of here. Almost time. How long we been? Oh, we got 20 more minutes.
We got 17 minutes.
7. All right, calm down. 7. They said 142. Anyway, so idea he wants to speak for black people and calls himself an Arab. You know how insane you gotta be. But see, when they come, I told you, when these foreigners get here, they know they gotta throw black people under the bus to get all sorts of goodies. That's what this bootlick and handkerchief head Arab, can't call him a Negro, he's an Arab, does. And why are you in black spaces talking about black issues? You're in there going because the white Arabs don't accept these Negroes. That's the dirty secret they told you. The white Arabs can't stand these black Arabs. And the white Arabs don't consider these black people Arabs and treat them like shit. That's why their country's all messed up and being dominated. Why the white Arabs are stealing all the gold and resources out of there. Because they want to unite with white people instead of their own Africans. Remember, Sudan is ancient Nubia. Nubia meaning African, black. These Negroes went away from being ancient Nubians to be a white Arab. For real. And these black Arabs hate all other black people. That's why Sudan splits. But he's here in America pretend like he's a black American, speaking on black American issues, but he called it, I'm an Arab. You're an Arab? Then why are you talking about black people's reparations, sir? What's it got to do with you being an Arab? I'm pretending to be black too. I go into black spaces so I can cause confusion. That's what my white people tell me to do. That's what my white hat handlers, that's what my white hat handlers tell me to do. I get to cosplay being a black American. And then when people shut you down, say, you're not black American. Hey, I'm black. I get you just said you're not black. You said you're an Arab. So remember when he's arguing with Tariq? He said, I'm still black? No, you just said you're an Arab. Even when you was arguing with Tariq, goofy butt, Tariq said, sir, you're Sudanese. You're African. You're black African. You don't get to speak on our issue. You try to be cosplay. You try to tell me you were black. But with the white hat, right? He said, I'm an Arab. You don't know, are you Arab or are you black? Which one is it? You're black Arab? You're African Arab? Which one are you? Which one you cosplaying today? But I just want to tell you, Marion, keep our names out your filthy boot-lick mouth. I can't stand you, no good sellout Negroes. I'm up about sellout Arabs. I don't even know what you are. I don't know what you are. You're Arab one day, you're African the next. Does anybody know what you are? I got to figure out, tell me so I can figure out what day you cosplaying. And you try to act like, Nick Fuentes is a racist and that goofy Kanye was with him. Kanye's a moron. Why Kanye only dates white women? Because he's got, I'm just being nice, I can't, man, he's got autism. He's on the spectrum, right? That moron is on the spectrum. Kanye has autism. What does autism got to do why he don't even date his own kind? Because he's a moron. He's got autism, right? So let him go ahead, Joe.
We can actually talk. We don't need to see your whole wardrobe, but that's very sassy and zesty of you to have a.
No, because here's the thing, friend.
Because
I love when you guys do this. Because you're gonna go ahead and take one clip.
Let me just show you the clips, man. You're getting so emotional.
No. Because this is fantastic. I knew you would do this. I knew you would do this.
All right.
And here's the thing. I make fun of everybody. I got hats for every single race, every single religion.
Okay. So what did you?
Fun of myself.
I have more. Would you like to see it?
Dude, you could show whatever you want. I make fun of everybody, every race. I'm not anti anything. I hate everyone equally. I make jokes on everybody, bro.
You knew I would pull. You knew I would pull the videos you erased, right?
That's fantastic, man. You could pull whatever you want.
You did erase it though. Just to be
realize
clear.
that we don't hide anything. All this
okay,
stuff
let's continue. Let's continue. I understand.
Understand this is fake discourse. This is fake. This is fake discourse. It's supposed like they he's upset what he said. Remember, Marion is backed, funded, and created by the cats. So this is fake. This is trying to give Marion credibility. He's fighting against the hats. But he's sponsored. His whole life is paid for by them. Go ahead, Joe.
So you say, so you're dressed as a Jewish guy and you start saying 6 million died. What is that about? What do you mean by that?
I mean, hey, dude, if you want to debate on that, you could go ahead and obviously have that discussion with Nick.
Oh,
but again,
Nick, I thought he was a normal, upstanding dude.
No, he's a great.
He's a Holocaust historian. Yeah, look, funny, right? Go ahead. Let's finish this.
That's when they bring up the fake Holocaust, and you're not allowed to go and research it because they control the world. And if you go against their fake narrative, you're not anti-Semitic. I'm not going against the narrative. We're gonna say it didn't happen like that for YouTube purposes. Okay, it's on YouTube. YouTube purposes, we've been lied to about that because they control all the media, not the Chaikovs. As Alex Jones tried to, the Chaikovs control Hollywood. You out of your mind? The hats control Hollywood, and they control all our media. Not the and the Chaikovs were built by the hats.
Not a hair less. What about 59999? Marion Stein is here. Anybody need a loan, by the way? High interest rates, but I can hook y'all up.
Low interest, man. You know what's the most awkward part of the show?
That's anti-Semitic too.
Yeah, what'd you say, Fred?
But okay, I understand. You make fun of everybody, so we can let this clip go.
You know, I think I got a clip of you making anti-Semitic comments about Ben Shapiro, if I'm not mistaken. If we want to go down this road,
do you
want to go down this road? Then we can do this.
Is it okay for me to say the N-word?
Anti-Semitic comments on Ben Shapiro.
Is it okay for me to say the N-word?
Ethan, you disabled our screen sharing. Can you
delete that or whatever? Because if you want to go down this road, that's cool, bro.
Wait, hold on.
He's not black. Arab said all the time.
Are you guys having a hard time seeing the video feed? Sorry to pause the debate for a second, but I do want to fix that so you guys can see.
I mean, this isn't really even a debate. It's him trying to reach.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to argue with you. I'm just wondering if you need me to fix something.
Technical
I'm trying
question,
to help.
Yeah, it's just a technical question.
Are you not able to see Ethan anymore?
We can't see Ethan right now.
You can't see Ethan? Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I turn off and on my video.
We can see Ethan now, but we can't share our screen to show our videos.
If you want to send us links, I can post stuff up. That's fine.
Oh, if you want the ability to screen share, here, I think I just did that. So theoretically, you could screen share it now as well.
Yeah, but why take it off in the first place? It's kind of weird. Bro.
Let's show that
Bro,
social
the tech.
This is coconut. I know. Everything is a conspiracy, but it's off by default. I just turned it on.
All right, guys.
Yeah, it was the Matrix. Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Let's continue. Let's continue, shall we?
Hold on. Do you don't want me to show the anti-Semitic clip of you talking about Ben Shapiro?
But can I say the N-word? Myron, can I say the N-word?
I don't care. You could do whatever you want, bro.
Is it appropriate for a white person to say the N-word?
You're a grown man. You can say whatever you want.
What word?
Walter, is it appropriate for a white person to say the N-word?
No. What word is that? I'm sorry. Coconut, sorry, in my head. What word is that?
These guys are not black. These two bootlegs are not black Americans, so that nothing to do with lexicon in their culture. These bootlegs don't speak for black people, and these fake hacks know that. So to even ask them that question is repetitive and stupid. Keep asking the same repetitive question as more. These two bootlegs are not even part of the culture. They're not us. So asking them would mean nothing. I mean absolutely nothing. And you know that. So these questions you ask are already fake from the inception. But see, this is fake discourse, guys. Fake discourse. To make it look like it's real. As if they have a problem with Marion when they're the ones backed them. And that whoever that other dude is called. The whole show is created by these people. They the one prop them up. They the one give them the numbers. They the ones put them out there so they can get known. Remember, whenever they don't want you to know anything, they ghost you. Their numbers are done. You're put in the laundry bin in the back of the toilet where no one can see you. So this whole argument is fake. And this guy is not a Semitic. He's Caucasian. He's Ashkenazim Khazarian. Got a Semitic bone in his moron's body. This is the scam they've been doing. This is the scam they've been doing for the last 1,000 years. Semitic and Semitic and Semitic and not Semitic and be Semitic, anti-Semitic and anti-Semitic. You're not a Semitic, sir. You're not. Look at your features. You're European. You're not from Northeast Africa, sir. Your people were never in Northeast Africa, sir. Your people are not. I
think we lost Keith.
People know.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. But that's
what word is that?
Okay.
Can you just tell me real quick?
Oh, is that what happens when I'm making a point that is not easy for you to answer? You go, I can't hear you. I got coconuts for brains.
What's that word, Ethan? You're so smart, bro. What's the word? Just real quick. What's the word? Play the video.
No, I gotta get the clip. I have
what's
to.
What's the word, Ethan? Come on, you're smart, bro.
Okay.
I'm with you. I mean, look, bro, you can say that if you guys
and that's why they got it, because both these black guys are morons. That's why their numbers are so big. They're idiots, and they project white power. Understand that they're bootlegs. They love getting white penis in their mouths. Love it. They're bootlegs, and so they're there for white power and Jewish power to distort any and everything. That's why the remember algorithms, they control them. Don't look at any algorithm and think it's ever real, ever. Understand, what is the agenda? What's the message someone's trying to give you? Culturally, educationally, historically, what are they trying to portray to you? So when you look at Fresh and Fit, you see they're trying to portray anti-African culture. They try to make anti-African tropes. That's what you see. The hell is that? You playing music, Joby? The hell's going on? What you doing, Joby?
It was my phone, sorry. God damn.
Oh, okay.
Want to play videos of me saying the N-word? I'm gonna. We can't show that, but I know that I have done it. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah, you did, and you made a bunch of racial comments too, saying the N-bomb all over the place. I actually
They don't get.
Yeah.
See,
if you're gonna call me,
see what he's saying is this fake outrage. They don't care nothing about the N-word. These are the same people. These people destroyed our images when they first created Hollywood. The Jim Crow was there. All the get out of that. Get out of that, Joey. Get out of that right there. Get out of it. Go on YouTube and say, I want you. We're gonna go to the depiction of what these people did to African people since the last 10 minutes of the show. Go to YouTube and say videos of Step and Fetch It. Say Step and Fetch It.
Stephen?
Steppin. STPIN and then Fetch It. Once Step and Fetch It. Weird name that they made. So we're gonna show all these tropes that his people. We say the N-word. This is the images that they put out of black people. The Jewish controlled, the hat controlled Hollywood. I don't know, Bob. There you go. These are the images they gave of black people 100 years ago. Shucking and jiving, scared and shiftless and stupid. Hey, boy. Yes, man. Look at that. See?
Where'd you learn to be a barber? In jail.
I don't know. I learned to be a barber. I just did. See, these are the images. This is the images they want to put out. This is the images they want to put out of black men globally. These are the hats that did this. So he's talking about, can I say the N-word? This is your people destroying our whole image globally, making up this fake trope of an ignorant black man being a moron. Go ahead, Joby.
What are you playing, a maypole dance? And you're with a fan down there. Have them throw away their crutches and go to work, will you? I want something bright and snappy. If I don't get it, the boat leaves Friday. Okay, pick up. Ready, girls, go. 1, 2.
Do you like that, Mr. Flowers?
I like that, Mr. Bear. I'm a moron. You see that?
Make your face look like mine.
Like mine?
Come on, stand over here and hold it up.
Come on, you ignorant Negro. Come on, you dummy.
Hold it up. Now down.
I don't know how to do none of that. See this? This is the images they put worldwide.
Mr. Flowers, can I finish that, please?
Whose face am I shaving, yours or mine?
Yours, mine.
Well, I don't know, Mario. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we will wrap it up there. Yeah.
Nobody didn't let the damn thing even finish. The time
that is the end. That is the end.
Okay.
You want me to do it again? Let me do it again.
Okay, nah, don't do that again. No. I want you to do one more video before we get out. Just one more minute. Say, Mr. Bojangles, dance up the stairs. Say, Mr. Boojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. With the Mr. Bojangles, Boojangles.
Dance on the stairs.
That dances up the stairs with the little white girl. Well, you gotta be a maid to the white people, Joby. Mr. Bojangles.
I've seen this.
Right there you go. There you go.
You just watch.
Hey, you just watch me. I missed the boat. Went to the market. I'm gonna save.
And I couldn't get enough. I paid $5 for a great big home. And
so this is saying all black men were supposed to be slaves to white people. And we always supposed to be thinking. That's why you find Africans always dancing all the time. Pause that. Pause that. Man, they got to have him talk all stupid. Yes, mister. Remember, he was one of the most well-educated black men in Hollywood at that time. Well-spoken, almost talked like an English accent. He was so greatly spoken. But he had to dumb himself down to play these parts for the hacks. He had to play an ignorant Negro. Come in, missus, let me dance up the stairs for you, child, and get you some chitlins. And I want a whole thing of pig feet. Go ahead, Joe. Remember the image here of the little white girl. The little white girl is his boss. See, remember, black people can't be a boss, can't be adults. The image is that the white girl is the boss of him. Go ahead, Joe. Hey, don't you do that no more. Hey. Yeah, Joby. Simba dances like Mr. Bojangles. This how Simba dances for the white man and Kenya.
I want to do that too.
All right.
I want to do that too. All right. You ready? I want to do that too, N-word.
And you get your own quick. Look at that. Here's the last one.
And if you guys read Shirley Temple's book right there, the cats were molesting the shite out that little girl. The cats were molesting her butt. Yeah, that's not. Then be molesting her. Yeah, go read her book. How they were putting their penis all the little girl's mouth back in 1930. Yeah.
Yeah, as we wind up, let me go through the comments very quickly as we come towards the end of today's conversation. Let's see. I left it. Just a minute. Catch up. You see, Emil was saying a lot of Ethiopians, Djiboutians, Eritreans, and Somalians denounce their African heritage and want to be.
Now remember, they're mixed. Those Ethiopians you see on their videos, those are not Ethiopians. Remember, they changed the name. Ethiopian is Joby. The Africans were the Ethiopians. Those people the white people had them. They became mixed, claimed that name so they could claim ancient African history. Those people you see in Ethiopia that are always on the face. I mean, they still got the Africans like Joby in Ethiopia. They'll never show them though. Those are the original real. That was called Abyssinia. They changed that name to steal the African history. Ethiopia meant African people, not those people. And you're right, they don't claim to be black. They claim to be Arabs too. But you still got the original African Ethiopians still there, but you still never see them on their TV. They're still there. The Jobies are still there in Ethiopia. You just never see them. They don't show them. It's the white-looking Arab one that they show. Now those became the face of Ethiopia. But those ain't the original Ethiopia. Those are mixed mulattoes. Go ahead, Joe.
Big Cheese says hate speech against Black Americans is the cash cow of social media.
Exactly. That's the cash cow. Anything anti-black, anti-African is a cash cow. That's why these two morons there, and they sponsor. That's why the hats put them there. Why they got big numbers. It's about, oh, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. No, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire for what? Doing a podcast, moron? You got no skills. You're an idiot. That's why you're there. You're a millionaire because the cats gave you money. They made you money. They want to put your podcast in the algorithm. Go ahead, Joe.
John Mosquito says they see it as a privilege to be servants to Arabs.
Yeah, sure do.
Says, or other questions, how is this garbage relevant just to cause division? And Emil also says you can look at the small hats and clearly see that they're none other than Europeans.
Exactly. But email, you know you can't say that because you're anti-Semitic. Then Joby's anti-Semitic. And she said, "Hey, that's a white European." Oh, Joby, you anti-Semitic, you anti-Semitic African. How dare you?
Emil says that's why they observe these Holocaust memorial days, but don't have any memorials deduct, dedicated, to the millions of Africans that went through genocide by European
Yeah.
colonial. I see KW Don Karibu Sana. Pictures also says Sergeant Keith Waters said. Sergeant Keith Waters said.
Everybody's stupid.
We all think,
They're all
it
stupid.
received
Yeah, yeah. When I say all black people, he's calling me that. He's calling me that sergeant guy, Joby.
Yeah, I got the sarcasm in it. But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
Big Cheese says this entire Myron Gaines video with this little cap is to give him credibility. Emil says
Exactly.
whoever the hell said Hollywood is run by China, somehow Hollywood is actually against China. That's where the yellow peril came from through
Exactly.
of Asians, which still continues today. And we also have Jibba Jabba says all this talking and saying nothing. Shout out to the Royal Constrictor, nice to see you. KW Don says fresh and fruity podcast. But Jabba says stepping fetish 1 year had a $3 million contract, big money in Kunin. And
Yep,
then
big money cooning. Yeah,
Karim
and remember they did a movie. He was all intelligent. He was all smart too. Stephen Fetcher was all smart and intelligent. And he on the movie got me. Yeah, Mrs. Joby. Ah! Ooh, what you be doing there? Talking about that there, Joby. How you do that there?
Says Victor says Keith uncontrollable narrating over these videos have me crying laughing. And then let me see. John Mosquito says I remember this. Lol, you showed this a few years ago. Also remember that video too. To Aaron James, Karim, it's been a minute. Nice to see you. He says, what does Keith think about streamer is how speed in China?
Oh, no, I show speed.
I
I
show
show
speed.
speed.
I was like,
I show speed in China. I don't know nothing about. He just been honest with what he like. I don't know the guy, so I don't know none of his content. I don't know if he's a coon or not.
He was just showing China's development.
Yeah, that's all he was doing, showing China's development, getting the flying cars and loving it. So I don't have nothing bad about that. It was good. He was just showing the cars and loving it. Remember how they made like the low riders and they had the cars bouncing like we do it in California? China took that and made the whole thing look cool as hell. So yeah, so I don't got no problem with I show speed. I don't know his background, so I can't make no, who is he? I just seen him on my TikTok feed in China. Like, this is China.
Yeah, he's fun. I kind of like. I don't follow him or nothing, but I've been seeing
Okay.
I just think he's fun. He's funny. He just knows how to pull up the crowd and all that. Just
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah, like they show him a lot of love in
exactly.
China.
Big Cheese, I can't eat oranges. I'm restricted to eating oranges because of
Because of acid.
my ulcers and all that. There's fruits I can't take now. there's some things I'm eating, but I'm very careful with, them messing up my stomach and all that. So thank you. Bananas too. I'm not allowed to take bananas. But I see Bichi says I show speed let Chinese people call him the N word and give him bananas. He's a sellout.
What? Wow, I didn't see none of that. Wow, wow. What? Is it what? That, I tell you coon Negroes for money, yeah. It blows my mind. You got people in China giving you bananas. See, the whole monkey joke is like we showed in South Africa. Yeah, you what? You think what? You let them give you bananas? Wow, you do anything they have no self-respect, Big Cheese. You
Anything.
think that these are the kind of Negroes that's got to be, you know what it is? This is this. You got no self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
Good, Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, those are all the
That's it.
comments.
Okay, what's love, family?
Of today's conversation. Much love,
I'm surprised,
family.
surprised we had no comments on BitChute. Wow, that's crazy.
I've not seen, maybe tomorrow. Wake up maybe to that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've not seen comments. I've just from there. I've not seen any
But,
comments on.
but you know, we started getting shadow banned because too many white people followed. We used to have big, Joey's show got big numbers in BitChute. I said, now it's all getting shut down. Even BitChute talking about getting shadow banned on a racist damn website. It's crazy.
We don't
Anyway,
care. We keep
yeah, I know,
pushing.
it's right. Keep pushing.
Yeah. But yeah, much love, family. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, but on the culture show. That is on the
Oh
network.
yeah, tomorrow Thursday already. Wow, it's like
Yeah.
tomorrow, guys. Joey will be doing music, on the culture show, same time between 12. Well, if your Eastern time is between 1 to 3. If your Central time is 12 to 2, and Mountain time is 11 to 1. And if you're in California, like Jason, it's from was it 9 to 11, 9 a.m. in the morning to 11 o'clock in the morning. If you're
Yeah.
if Pacific
And
time.
let people like John Mosquito no pull some Akon or some 50 Cent after kindly.
I don't know. I don't know the time it is in Britain, Jim Mosquito. Share with us what time is 8 o'clock Nairobi time in Britain? I don't know. What's it like 6 o'clock?
He knows. He
Your
knows.
time?
He better not come with those after playlists. Let me just say, with some Akon.
Joe caught herself.
Yeah, so much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. In case you
What's
hear
up,
you don't
family? Peace.
ensure you download the app. That is where you can find me on the radio and on the network. Nice and easy. I don't have my vibe. My energy is not yet back completely, so I'll be playing chill music, like completely chill music. So feel free to request any
Oh,
TBT.
good. If it's chill, that means no Jamaican. That's right.
Of course,
And there's no chill Jamaican. That stuff is all ching ching ping ching ping ching ching chong.
Yeah, so it's gonna be chill music. My hype is not yet that full to do like hype music. So Santini Sana once again to everyone who's been with us. See you guys tomorrow, same
Peace, y'all.
time on the network. Peace.
Much love. I need